episode of Tier Maker. I know it's been a bit since we've done Tier Maker, but yeah, without any further ado, let's get started with birthday cake Oreos. We're doing cookies, and they're just I'll put them in C tier. Next up, Biscoff. No one has ever had Biscoff that isn't on a plane. If you eat just not on a plane, then I don't know. But they're alright by themselves, I guess. I'll put them in B tier. Next up, Chips Ahoy Chunky. Chunky Chips Ahoy. I really just don't like chunky cookies. I like the dough to chocolate chip ratio to be a little bit more dough, because there's gonna be an opinion that not very many of you are gonna like. But I like cookie dough better than cookies. I don't know. Be angry. B tier. Next up, Original Chips Ahoy. Original Chips Ahoy are solid. They're just a very insanely basic cookie, but they're good and I like them. And then the one that you guys have been waiting for, regular Oreos. They're good. They're nice. They're classic, but like they're kind of boring. And then speaking of Oreos being boring, then they tried a bunch of flavors and none of them were good. Golden Oreos are just not good. I'll put them in D tier. Next up, something that I grew up on, and probably a lot of animal crackers. Animal crackers. Animal crackers are just like, they're horrible now. I don't know how I liked those things, but like then animal crackers were the best thing ever, and I gotta rank them at least a B tier for that. Next up, grandmas. I really love grandmas, but there's just one flavor in this tier list that just outranks them all that you'll see in a minute. So, but for that, I'll give it B tier. Next up, frosted sugar cookies. While they do knock a decade off your life every time you eat one, they're good. You feel horrible about it afterwards, but they're good. But just for probably the heart attacks that they've caused, I gotta at least put them in C tier. Next up, Milanos. I love Milanos, but I have one problem with them, and that is I just absolutely obliterate the packaging every single time I open one. The top of it has just been mangled to pieces. It's just like, just ripped and torn. It's just not, I'm not good at opening them. But that's not about the actual cookie itself, but they're a solid cookie. I'll give them A tier. Next up, Milano's soft cookies. I actually have a box of them on my table. While I do prefer the crispy ones, the soft ones are pretty good. I like them. They're, like, I feel like they need to put more, because right now they just have them in, like, these little, like, container things, like the freaking coffee filter things that make the noise. They need to get a different wrapping for them. But besides that, they're pretty good. A tier. Next up, very classic one, Nilla wafers. They're just good. If you don't like them, then I'm sorry, you're just objectively wrong. But yeah, I've never met a single person who hasn't like enjoyed Nilla wafers, and yeah, they're really good. A tier. Next up, Nutter Butter. Nutter Butter is an okay peanut butter cookie, but like there's only one peanut butter cookie that comes to mind that has actually outdone them. And that's, like, it's not even that good, so I don't know how other peanut butter cookies haven't done better. C tier. Next up, cream cakes. Cream pies. And they're just, I had them once before, they weren't that good. C tier. Alright, now let's see. Thin Oreos. They're, no. No thank you. Down there. Next up, the one that I was hyping up, Grandma's Peanut Butter Cookies. These are the best thing that have ever been oh so kindly given to us by the Lords. They will forever go down in history as one of the best cookies. S tier. Next up, sewing supplies. Butter cookies. Now, if you've gone the glitch in the Matrix to where these actually have cookies in them, then you're very lucky. Most of the time they just have sewing supplies and needles and stuff in them. But on the rare off chance that that reality has holes in it, there might actually be cookies in them. So yeah, but they're pretty good. Joking aside, I'll give them A tier. All right, now next up, Tate's. I've had them once or twice. They're just like they're very basic, like Chips Ahoy. They're just a solid cookie. I like them. All right, one just Scooby Doo's. They're just for marketing. No one has ever wanted these except a 4-year-old begging their mom for Scooby Doo cookies. They're just not good. I don't know who in any corporate business thought this was a good idea. F tier. Alright, well, that'll be it for today's tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed.